Hi everybody, I'm Mike. This is Budget Guns and Gear Reviews, and today we're going to talk a little bit about fire and how you can get one started even if your wood is, well, soaking wet like this. So it's a beautiful late winter day here in Northeast Ohio. I'm out at my local sportsman's club just kind of enjoying nature, right? This is where I go shooting and whatnot, but I also camp here up over that hill, which is part of the sportsman's club property. The only way to get to my camping spot is to cross that spillway, that dam. And with the water up like it is, if I fell into that, well, with snow still on the ground, that might be it for me, right? Unless I can make a fire. That's why fire is so important when you're out in the woods, because if you really need one, you really need one. And if you really need one, you need it now. Almost every expert on the outdoors advocates carrying at least 2, preferably more, means of making fire. It's that important. It could literally be the difference between life and death. We've had a lot of cold, wet, rainy weather, a lot of snow that's starting to melt, and the ground saturated, and any wood that you find on the ground easily accessible is going to be saturated too. How are you going to make a fire in that? Well, you can split down the wood to get to the dry center, make your shavings, make your kindling, etc., 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 and start laboring to catch that on fire. Or you can carry something with you that means you can get fire right now. And something like this could be the difference between life and death. It's called Pull Start Fire. Inside this box you're going to find 3 bricks wrapped in plastic so they're waterproof. They don't weigh much, they don't take up much space. Stick one in your pack and forget it until you need it, right? Alright, so the way you use it is to take it out of the wrapper. It's in pretty heavy-duty plastic. You'd have to use a tool or something, but since I'm trying to simulate, oh my god, right now, emergency, I'm just going to use my teeth. So that plastic keeps it waterproof for you know, while it's in your pack in case you fall in the creek or whatnot, or get rained on or whatever. But anyhow, you take it out of the plastic, you take your green cord and you loop it around a log or a rock, or, well, in a pinch you can just step on it. So let's go ahead and loop it around this end. Then you take your small stuff and you put over the Pull Start Fire. Take your red cord, unravel that because you're going to need it here in a second. As I said, this is all pretty wet wood. Some of it's dry, but most of it's wet. Like this piece right here is pretty doggone wet. You can see down in there, and it feels really cold to the touch. And after you put your smalls on there, you put your bigger fuel wood over top. Then you just take your red cord and pull. Kind of puts me in mind of a road flare, you know. You can hear it coming out, sizzling. It's coming out the sides. It smells like fireworks. I don't know what exactly is in there, but it's definitely ignited by friction and burns for a while. They say it burns for a half hour in up to 200 mile per hour wind. I'm not going to test the wind theory because, well, I don't have a wind tunnel. But we'll see if it gets this wet wood started. And there you go. You already have your smaller stuff going. So then you just start feeding it the bigger stuff. Just like you would any fire. So I'm Mike, this is Budget Guns and Gear Reviews. That was my look at the Pull Start Fire. I'm going to go ahead and call this a success because with a little bit of patience, I can build that fire as big as I wanted to. You know, go check these guys out. There'll be a link below as to where you can find it. And you know, if you like what you saw, please like, share, subscribe. Consider becoming a patron on my Patreon account. Every little bit helps me bring content like this to you. And as always, come on back. Maybe we'll learn something together.